towards where Davy Rogers is up. Rogers swings the left. Oh, Davy Rogers! What a goal by Davy Rogers!
Not one person in this stadium seen this coming.
You can see the guards behind the goal at the main stand. They will be investigating Shelbourne for robbery. They have absolutely mugged Treaty United here at Cobh.
Up and find the goal! Harry Wood, the jersey's off. 6 minutes to go. Look at the bad one. What a goal that is!
At this point, hello. First of all, nice to meet you all. Thanks for taking the time. I think it's a interesting format to offer this sort of thing on a Thursday, one day, match day -1, and you can use the material for your various outlets. So I think it's, but like Deanna said, if it doesn't work in the future weeks, then let's talk and see what the best option is. But so thanks for joining. Nice to meet you all. Current state of the team for tomorrow. All players are available, apart from Jack Doherty, which is a long-term injury. But apart from that, we have a full squad available for tomorrow.
Great. Do you want to talk about any of the new signings that you recently brought on this week that we can update the group?
Well, there was a few lads that had their first professional contract this week. I think the other ones, who did we have this week, Deanna? Remind me. My head's been spinning. We've signed so many. So
yeah,
I know we had some of the younger lads sign their first professional contract, including young Evan Deasy, who's been here for a few years, but that'll be announced relatively soon. So that's an exclusive for you all, no charge. But yeah, it's like I said, we've signed so many in the last 6 weeks that my head's spinning at the minute. So probably better to turn it over to you boys and ladies, if there's any there, to ask some specific questions. I'm sure you have things you'd like to know the specifics about. So as I say, fire away.
I make Jack Kelleher with LOITalk. How are you getting on?
Good, thanks.
Just to start off, as a fellow League of Ireland manager, on Sunday after the Rovers Bulls games at the Aviva Stadium, Stephen Bradley came out with some very harsh comments from Jaime Hallgrimsson, saying how he expects his players to leave the League of Ireland to get an opportunity at the national team. And then also coming out yesterday, ahead of the Molde game, talking about how the unfair treatment of a fellow manager in Ireland, Colin Healy. Just wanted to know what you thought of these comments, and if there's anything you would like to add on these comments, and if you share the same feelings.
Oh, look, I don't know enough about the situation to make comment on the specifics. Every manager is entitled to make comment about his own team. I do know that any international manager wants his players to be playing at the highest level possible. That's always the challenge. You want your players, but to give some respect to the League of Ireland Premier Division, I mean, it's moved on tremendously in the last 3, 4, 5 years, and Shamrock Rovers, that what they've accomplished this year especially has been amazing for the league. But that doesn't come as a one-off. I mean, they've been building and building and building for the last 4, 5, 6, maybe probably a decade. So all I would say is Shamrock Rovers, where they are today, is brilliant for the league. Stephen Bradley deserves a lot of credit, as do the other managers that keep this league competitive.
Yeah, I was just going to ask about the obviously you have your first home game of the season coming up on Friday night, coming up against Kerry. You've had 2 very late equalisers, an equaliser and a winner there, just in the Markets field. Just want to know, how important is it going to be to ride this wave of momentum going into your first game in St. Coleman's Park in the league fixtures?
Yeah, well, look, I think it's one of those. We've only played, we played 3 competitive fixtures: the Kerry in the Cup, Cork City in the Cup, and then Treaty away. We've had our pre-season fixtures were a bit disjointed because we arrived late and most of the clubs had scheduled their fixtures already. Thankfully, we played Derry City. They were down here in Foda Island for a week. So that was another competitive fixture. So considering the disjointed part of our pre-season, to come away with those results as we did late in the games, it was late against Kerry in the Cup, ended up in extra time, 4-3. Cork City at home in the Cup, 2 late winners, and then to get the 3 goals in sort of less than 10 minutes the other night, it does give you a boost, but it's not great for the heart. So I think we need to avoid conceding, which is, as I say, if you don't concede, we'll win the game. We will create chances. So we have to find a way to, shut up shop at times. But this league, as I said, rock and roll. We conceded a poor goal and then a set piece. You have to be strong, as you boys all well know. Strong in both boxes, and you can go well in this league. So we're working on a few things there, but I do know we will create chances over the course of 90 minutes.
Talking about being sharp at the back, Kerry FC are definitely known for the attacking threat they have in players such as Ryan Keller and Sean McGrath. You've already played them in the Munster Senior Cup, and it was quite a tight game out in Mohawk Park. And you also have other players like Sean O'Connell and Niall Brookwell that had very good performances in Mohawk Park last week. Just want to know, how are you going to try to deal with these attacking threats that you already know Kerry have after playing them in the Munster Senior Cup?
Well, I've known about Kelleher for a while. I know the name and the profile, and we spent this week watching video of the games, so we're aware of their threats. We'll have our team meeting here at 6 o'clock and go through that with the players. So we're aware of the threats. McGrath, Kelleher, yes, the central midfield pair. Both good players. One likes to get on a bit more. One likes to sit. So we're aware of we've done our research on them. But look, as I say, the main thing in this league comes down to showing up and ready to play with some intensity, some commitment, and ready to battle. Because if you don't win those battles in this league, there's no point. Put it this way, nobody's winning this league playing just pretty football every week. So you have to show up and battle, and we expect this to be a massive battle at home. We'll have a good crowd here, no doubt. We'll have a good support, and we want to make sure we put in a performance. That's the minimum. A performance that the fans leave happy after 90 minutes. So we'll be up for the game, as will they. And let's look at the scoreboard after, and hopefully it's in our favour.
100%. Just one last question from me, Mick. You've had a very fresh new squad coming in with a lot of players out and a lot of players in, and you've had to make the choice of appointing a captain, and you've chosen Shane Griffin to be your captain for this year. What led you to make this decision to appoint Shane Griffin as your captain?
Well, how we do it here, we actually have a captain's group, and I have 4. I have Shane Griffin, Cian Coleman, Brandon Frahill, and Jason Abbott. So I picked 4 of them, but I need to pick someone on game day. The 4 of them behave well around the club. They're senior leaders in the club. They arrange meetings with the players for me. I give them a lot of latitude to go and come to me with issues around the team. So they've done that well, but yes, I have to pick someone on game day. And Shane has been that the last couple of games. I mean, his profile, his age, his abilities, I think it was a natural choice. So one of those 4 are likely to be on the pitch at all times. I'd like to appoint another one of the younger boys. So I'm observing the squad week in, week out to see who I can put in there, one of the younger lads, to give them a bit of experience. So that's the way we do it here, and I think it's worked well.
Thanks for taking the time, Mick.
Cheers.